Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today I will do another individual reading. I say another one because I just recorded a previous one. And this one is going to be for another soloist, Jessi. In this individual reading, I forgot to introduce myself. Welcome to Penguin Tarot, my name is Barbara, and in this individual reading we're going to check her current energy, her career, her love life, and any healing messages that go through at the end. And I'm trying to think if I was just listening to a bunch of Jessi before while I was eating my ice cream as I was, cleansing my energy from the previous reading so I can hype myself up again because I was getting tired. After reading for a while, I get tired. So I was trying to pump myself up again, and I don't know. All I have to say is I love Jessi's energy. She seems to be filled with so much confidence and so unbothered, just doing her own thing, that it really hypes me up to just watch her videos and just see her be herself. But yeah, let's just jump to her reading and see what happens. I'm pretty sure her energy is gonna be a lot more hype. So that will definitely wake me up a little bit more. So let's see. I do have to say that based on the decks that we're going to use for her video, there's a lot of growth, exploration, and definitely a lot of straightforward direct energy. So I do feel this is going to be very interesting, so let's actually just jump into the video. So it's Jessi's current energy. How is she doing right now? We have the King of Cups reversed, and then we have the Page of Swords reversed. So when you have a king, we have someone that is very mature, and since it's cups, we're talking about someone's creativity, someone's emotions, and someone's spirituality. So I do feel that in this sense, Jessi feels pretty good about herself. She sees that there's a lot of room for improvement because it's reversed. When you have a card reversed, it kind of shows someone that is not fully developed, like fully embracing the energy of the card when it's upright, or it's someone that is blocking that energy. So in this case, I feel like Jessi is more along the lines of there is growth, there's still a lot of maturing that she can do, there's still a lot of ways where she can learn how to work with her emotions and connect with them and embrace those emotions as well. So I do feel that there's this sense of Jessi is very good at acknowledging how she feels, but she may have not reached the point where she can fully express them or fully understand them to the point where she can work with them even better, if that makes sense. I don't necessarily feel anything bad from this card. I just think that this shows that there's room for improvement, especially because we have the Page of Swords right after it. The Page of Swords talks about pages are baby energy, is the beginning of something, and Swords talks about communication and thoughts as well as new ideas. So with it being reversed, I do feel that this is actually where the reason why this King of Cups is not at its fullest potential. When you have a page, you're talking about an individual that is barely learning how to do something. It's a messenger. So I do feel that Jessi is right now learning how to think about her emotions, and it's still learning how to express them and communicate them. So what I mean by this is that the communication can be any form of expression. It could be her speech, it could be her music, it could be her art, it could be her body language. So I do feel that right now she's still learning how to put all of that together and how to make sure that how she feels is effectively conveyed in her expression, whichever form she uses to communicate that. So I do feel with it being reversed, that's why this King of Cups is not fully it's not upright, because usually the King of Cups shows someone that is very balanced and just very calm. It's someone that knows themselves very well, and because of that they're able to work with their emotions instead of having it as a weapon against them. They just know how to deal with it, they know how to handle it. When you have this Page of Swords reverse, I do feel that sometimes communication doesn't go through effectively within Jessi. So what I mean by that is that she's currently in a stage where she is still learning how to communicate how she feels properly. And I'm combining it with how she feels because it was right, these two cards came together. If not, it could also be that she just is learning how to put her thoughts into words or her thoughts into her any form of expression again that she decides. So not necessarily anything bad. There just seems like that's what she's focusing on right now, or that's what she's growing on. Let's see how is Jessi currently doing. We have the moon, so there's something that is unknown to her. We have the Seven of Pentacles, so it seems like there's something that Jessi doesn't know about, or there's something still there's some mystery going on with her, and that's usually what the moon represents: the unknown, a new adventure, something that is not fully clear. And it almost makes me think also of like opening a new chapter in her life. Usually I don't see the moon this way, but the moon card has these two towers, and it's supposed to be like the pillars that are opening the passage to something new. You see the hills in the background that talks about challenges, upcoming challenges that are ahead. This moon and the light that it emits is one of guidance, is one of protection, it is one of clarity in a sense. But again, the moon comes out at night, so that shows a sense of like there is a guiding light in darkness, there is a path within the unknown, but there's definitely the sense of trust. But I wanted to mention also that here in the moon card we usually have a dog and a wolf, which is supposed to represent the domesticated part of ourselves and the natural, raw, instinctual part of ourselves. So there's this sense of having a balance within knowing who we truly are, the subconscious, and then also knowing the exterior side, the front that we put on society, which is our conscious side. We also have a lobster right here, which makes me think of pretty much every water sign in the zodiac, so Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. But seeing as it's coming out of the water, it's supposed to represent someone's intuition and being in connection with that intuition. So I'm pretty sure that even if Jessi is not fully aware of it, she trusts herself a lot, to the point that that is a form of intuition, right? When she doesn't like someone or she doesn't like a situation, she's not afraid to walk away from it, and that's usually a very good sign. If there's something that she feels like it's not right for her and she walks away from that situation, she is doing herself a favor of not dealing with that crap, and that is very beneficial because that's a form of listening to her intuition. However, I do feel that there's something that she can't see that clearly, or there's something bothering her in the back of her mind or her subconscious. There's something like lurking through there, and she's losing patience. I'm saying this because we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles talks about someone that has planted the seeds to make their dreams come true, and the person's just waiting for all of that work to bear fruit. However, with it being reversed, it is talking about someone that is being impatient. The work has been done, but the person just can't wait for this new project to come through, or this new idea to happen, or for this dream to be accomplished or goal. So with it being reversed and the unknown right here that comes with the moon, I do feel that Jessi may feel like something's coming up, but she's not fully aware of what it is, or she's working on a project but doesn't really know how to go about it, and because of that there's a sense of impatience, because everything's still left up in the air and she just needs to trust. And I do feel that she's very good at trusting that things will get better and things will work, but that doesn't mean that she can't feel like the impatience of like, okay, if I know it's going to work, then why isn't it happening? So it seems like she's also in that energy where she knows something's up but doesn't fully understand the situation, so she is kind of like in the limbo right there. So let's see Jessi's current energy. We have the Five of Pentacles and Justice reverse. So the Five of Pentacles usually talks about someone that feels left out in the cold, but with it being reversed, I do feel that this kind of shows what I had mentioned previously. It feels like just confirmation of what I talked about here. Oh, actually I didn't talk about it. I thought about it. But it's basically the energy of someone that feels like they're left out in the cold, but there is faith and hope and like guidance, right? Like the world and the universe is still taking care of this person. There's still hope that things will get better. It's just a difficult time. This is number 5. 5s are all about change and conflict, again because of the change. So with it being reversed, with this 5 of Pentacles, usually when we talk about Pentacles, we talk about career, finances, and health. So I do feel that there is a little, like, Jessi may feel right now that she's being left out in the cold, and I think it's because of this unknown energy going through. Like, she doesn't know what's going on and what's happening. It seems like it's a big deal. When you have the Moon, which is a major arcana card, we're talking about something that was destined to happen to her, and it's important. It's a path that she definitely has to go through, and she may she's just going through the course of that, let's just put it that way. But with the 5 of Pentacles reversed, I do feel that she is aware that she's not alone, but she may feel like she's on her own in this one. You know that feeling when you know there's people that take care of you, you know there's people that love you and will support you and help you whenever you need it, but you're going down a path that still feels very lonely. It's still a very you thing to do. I do feel that she may be in that path right now where she's like, yes, I want to do this new thing, and yes, I know I'm not on my own, but it kind of feels like I have to do this on my own. So she may feel a little bit like she's been left out in the dark, or she has been left out to fend for herself. And I think that could be because she doesn't really know what's ahead of her, and because of that she may have started to feel a bit anxious and a little bit worried as to what's the next step. However, we have Justice reversed. So Justice is about balance, and usually this card could talk about a lawsuit, or if there's some sort of legal thing going on. It's usually going in the favor of the person that got this card. However, with it being reversed, I do feel that it's not talking about something that serious. I think it's actually just talking about being out of balance, out of harmony, because Justice is representing Libra, and Libra is the astrological sign of balance and harmony. So I do feel that with it being reversed, Jessi just may be in a period where she's going a little bit out of balance because of this little hiccup. I think it's a little hiccup because it doesn't feel like it's destroying her world. It just feels like it's bothering the back of her head. So it's not taking up her whole life. It's just definitely something that keeps coming up constantly, to the point that she's aware of it, but not to the point where it's bothering her and getting in the way of what she's already doing. So it's putting her out of balance, but not fully to the point that maybe we will all see it. Let me see. I'm seeing the rainbow, so there's hope. The 4 stars make me think of stability because of the number 4, and stars make me think of dreams coming true or wishing upon a star type of thing. Usually, just like the Moon, Justice has these 2 towers that is supposed to represent a gate, a portal of sorts, entering the unknown, understanding the other side, understanding that there's a higher power, that kind of thing. So I had quite a little break, and I have no clue where I left off, so let's just take out more cards and see how Jessi is currently doing. We have the Page of Cups underneath the King of Cups, Judgment, and the Hermit. So remember how I mentioned with the King of Cups reversed that there was some growth that Jessi's currently going through, and it seems to be like an emotional thing that she's going through. Well, with this Page of Cups upright, I do feel that she is learning how to communicate her ideas, her thoughts, and how to express them effectively. Because, as I mentioned earlier, to me, pages are all about messages. They're messengers, and they are very good at just hearing what's up. So I do feel that with this Page of Cups, it's like the beginning of a new journey. So maybe there's a new side of herself that Jessi's trying to get to know, or is trying to express to other people and show. It could be something completely new to her, or something that she just feels comfortable talking about now. With this Judgment card reverse, I do feel that there's this sense of waking up usually when you have the Judgment card upright, it's a card of, it's a wake-up call. It's listening to your intuition, following your life purpose and stuff like that. It's like the divine guidance to wake up again and have this moment of rebirth of sorts. I believe this is the card that comes right after the Sun, which talks about being happy, optimistic, and healing the inner child. So I do feel that maybe Jessi may have gone through a very nostalgic or melancholy, is that how you say it in English? Period where she has looked back at her growth and may have gone through a point where she's seen how much she has improved and where she's at now, where she started and all of that. So that could have caused her to grow through this period of growth and improvement and self-development, and has caused her to, in a way, open up her heart a little bit. But she did get the Judgment card reversed, so I do feel that she's not fully embodying the change that she has been going through. I think that is the reason why there's this King of Cups reverse and Page of Swords reverse. I do feel that she may have felt a bit of the transformation she's going through, but she hasn't fully understood all of its fullness, if that makes sense. There's a sense of still going through that process and following her purpose and following her heart and doing all of that. So there's still growth that she's going through, and I don't think this is necessarily like a bad thing to have the Judgment card reverse in this scenario, because I do feel that it's a conscious effort to grow and a conscious effort to continue improving. So she's still in the current energy of progress and development, not necessarily of avoidance or negligence, right? She's not ignoring a part of herself. She's just slowly riding that wave of change, especially because she has the Hermit right after the Judgment card. So it's of those things that it's like she can't answer that inner call-in, or she can't answer to whatever purpose she has put herself in life, because she's still in the Hermit stage. So instead of being a number 20, she's a number 9. The Major Arcana has 22 cards, starting from 0, ending with 21, and it's supposed to show a journey of someone going through their destiny or their fate, or however you want to put it. So number 9 over here is talking about the Hermit, someone that is in isolation and looking deep within and growing from that. So I do feel that right now she's still in a period of self-discovery, still learning about herself and trying to understand why she feels the way that she does and how that affects her and how is that changing her. So I do feel that that's why the Judgment card is reversed. Like, I do feel that she's still learning the lessons that she has to learn. She's still understanding why she's going through that. And this Hermit card is talking about the enlightenment she's getting from doing that shadow work, that inner healing, and just understanding herself better. So this is the energy of someone that's doing the work, but I don't necessarily feel that Jessi has to be aware. And by aware, I mean, like, she doesn't have to call it shadow work. She doesn't have to call it inner child healing or self-development. All she has to do is just focus on herself and trying to become the best version of herself. And that is enough to call it spiritual work. So I do feel that she is doing that, focusing on herself, giving herself the time and space that she needs to do that. And that is just slowly helping her shine brighter and brighter. So it seems like she's currently still in that moment of just focusing on her. So current energy for Jessi, how is she currently doing? So we have 2 more cards. We have the Tower and the Star. That's actually very good cards. So the Tower is Mars energy. So we're talking about change. It's actually very good that the Tower came right after the Hermit. So the Tower card, it's supposed to represent how lightning hits the top of the tower and it creates this big change, right? Usually when we talk about that strike of lightning is an epiphany or a sense of enlightenment. So, and I was talking about finding a sense of enlightenment with the Hermit. So I do feel that with the things that Jessi is currently doing, she is slowly going to just have an epiphany. She's reaching that period of just existing and just being, to the point that she will eventually reach a balance, which is something that she was working on with this Justice card. And that will eventually help her to go through a major transformation or a period of transformations. So the Tower card also talks about the destruction of her current structure, so like that she can rebuild. So she can build again upon a stronger foundation based on her experiences and growth. That's usually what the Tower talks about. Getting rid of the old, so like that with the newfound experience, create something stronger and better. So this is definitely of those things that it doesn't have to be one specific event. It could be a chain of events, like a domino effect, like one thing just triggers everything else to fall apart, and she will just slowly rebuild that again. And I think this is very important, and usually when I see the Tower card, I kind of panic and go like, difficult periods. But this is different because right after the Tower card, we have the Star. And the Star talks about making a dream come true. It's about whatever it is that she's wishing upon, it will definitely happen. So if Jessi has like a goal specific to whatever it is that she's aiming for, it will definitely happen. And it's for her greater good, and it could have been something that she even forgot she wanted, but she's still constantly working towards. So I do feel that this energy is something that it could come out of nowhere, but there's a sense of balance, right? You have like a little cup right here pouring onto the water, which talks about the intuition, and then you have the water that is pouring onto the land that talks about a practical 3D world. So there's a sense of balance, again, another word that keeps coming up in her reading. And when we have the Star, I see it as guidance, but it is definitely a dream come true. So these two cards coming right underneath the Moon and the Seven of Pentacles reverse, I do feel that, yeah, Jessi may feel like something big is coming because something big is coming. It is definitely a big change, and it's definitely something that will be beneficial to her because it's going to make her dream come true, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be easy peasy. It is going to take some waiting, some patience, and just trusting in the unknown with that Moon card. So this is definitely very good. She's currently doing very well for herself. But let's see, to cap off her current energy, what is Jessi currently going through? We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. This is great, actually. So we have the Eight of Pentacles reverse, which talks about work, learning. Usually when you have the Eight of Pentacles upright, it could be a teacher, you know, you are teaching other people the knowledge that you have, or you're a student, you're learning and obtaining new knowledge. This could be someone that is perfecting their craft. As you can see, this guy is doing, okay, hold on, this person is finishing the 8th pentacle over here, and the rest are hanging up here. So it's someone that is carefully working very, very hard to complete their works, their projects. This is very career orientated because it's Pentacles energy. So again, career, health, and finances. However, it's reverse. So I do feel that there's a sense of it. I do feel that it leans more towards patience, but I was going to say like taking a break or relaxing or taking some time off. So I think this could be a little bit difficult, especially because things are, we'll see when we get to Jessi's career, but I think things are going very well for her, that she just wants to continue working, you know, keep up with that momentum. But I do feel that with it being reversed, there's a warning of trying to not overdo it, or a warning to make sure that she doesn't overwork herself, because the card that comes right after the Eight of Pentacles is the Queen of Cups, which I think is very nice. You have a king and the Queen of Cups, very cute. But I do feel they both represent her in a sense. So the Queen of Cups in this sense is someone that is very satisfied, very happy. Look at her smug smile, very happy and content. Her head is held up high. She's very satisfied. She seems to be very happy as well, and seems like she has achieved the goals that she has put for herself. So someone that is very confident for sure. And here we have 3 little angels, so that means that the Queen of Cups is being blessed, is being protected, is being taken care of, and a lot of good vibes for sure. So I do feel that life is just kind of like, in a way, advising or warning Jessi to take care of herself and not overdo to not overwork herself, in the sense that so self-care. So life definitely wants her to continue taking care of herself. I do feel that she may be going through something very important, since she has Major Arcana here and then the Justice card. So there's definitely this sense of the transformation that Jessi's going to go through is going to be very important and it's going to be essential. And even though good things are coming out of it, it doesn't mean that the journey is going to be easy. There might be a lot of bumps on the road. There might be a lot of obstacles, but it's definitely for her greater good. So life is definitely telling her to take it easy. Like work, very good, nice, success, fine, and everything. It's just for her to not overdo it, because I do feel that there may be a lot of mood swings or a lot of unexpected things coming out of nowhere that could definitely tip her off her balance. So life is telling her to continue maintaining balance and harmony within herself, because her environment will shift a lot. And they're telling her to do that so like that she avoids conflict. The 5 of Wands. 5 is about conflict, because there's and challenges, because there is change. And with Wands energy, we're talking about someone passionate, someone impulsive, someone taking action. So usually when you see the 5 of Wands, you're talking about people that are fighting each other. So it's supposed to be a sign of conflict. And here, even though everyone looks mad, everyone seems to be kind of play fighting. It seems like they're all bickering. It seems like they're all having a good time, except that one. No, that one's ready to kill. I was kidding. I'm joking. So I do feel that in this energy is to make sure that Jessi avoids fights or avoids conflict or avoids like these periods of anger or unnecessary impulse of, this fighting impulse. Life is definitely telling her to stay in her own balance, in her own tempo, staying confident within herself, but also having peace within herself, because if she maintains peace and calm within herself, she will be able to avoid unnecessary battles, unnecessary arguments, because remember, there is a 5 of Pentacles, so she may feel like she's on her own, or even if she knows she isn't, there will be times that she might crack under pressure and be like, why is no one helping me? Why is no one doing as I say, or helping me make, I already asked for this help and no one's giving it to me, right? So I do feel that life is just warning her to continue having balance for herself, to not overwork herself, because she may start confusing her own journey of, something that she has to do on her own, and confuse it with people not caring for her, if that makes sense. Like, she's going down her own path and doing her own thing, and that's why it's not going to be easy for other people to help her the way that she may want to be helped. So that's kind of like the warning here for her current energy. But let's go to her career and see what we get there, because I want to see how her current energy may affect her career or vice versa. So Jessi's career, what's going on? Oh, a card just flew. We have the buffalo and we have the whale. Okay. So with the buffalo card, we're talking about someone that is very stable and balanced. Here we have the earth element. So again, that's where the stability and groundiness that I'm talking about comes from. When we talk about the buffalo, we're talking about someone that is pretty intuitive, as we see the purple, and someone that is very strong, and someone that is very persistent. It's making me think of Taurus energy for some reason. So very persistent, slow and steady, someone that is working hard every day to make things happen. So in her career, she's doing exactly that. She's working hard, she's following her heart or what she feels is right for her, and she's staying grounded. So her career right now is what's giving her a sense of structure. But then we have the whale, and here we have a water element. We have yellowish, greens, and blue, which talks about the heart with the green, and the yellow also talks about the solar plexus. So the sense of optimism, confidence, and creativity, they're all there, and they're coming from her heart. So I just hit my chest like, they're coming from her heart, so she's very happy. She seems to be very confident about the stuff that she's doing, because that's what makes her happy. And with the blue, we were talking about the throat chakra. So she's speaking her truth, she is saying things with honesty, and she is able to effectively communicate from her heart. So through her work, she seems to be very well. She seems to be doing something that is helping her out. Oh wait, also with the whale, we're talking about something big coming through. So I'll check the other cards to see what this big news could be about, but there's definitely this energy of something coming out of nowhere. Or oh, remember how we saw in her current energy the moon, and I was like, there's something coming, and she knows it's coming, but she has no patience for it, because it's one of those times that something good is coming and you're like, so when is it happening? I can't wait. That type of energy. So I do feel that could have been the energy that we were talking about. There seems to be about her career. So let's just take cards out. What is this whale talking about? Oh. Hold up. Oh, there's still a lot of cards. So we have the Angel of Annihilation. We have the right hand, Empathy. And then we have Heart, Beauty. Oh, and on the bottom of the deck, we have the Angel of Dreams. So with the Angel of Annihilation, I do feel that one of the big things that is going to happen in Jessi's career is that she's going to definitely get rid of anything that doesn't work for her. Whatever is keeping up that negative space in her mind, going to go away. Whatever she's worried about, it will definitely go away as well. And all of this purple energy makes me think of the third eye. So if she is getting bad vibes about a project, about a person or someone that she's going to work with, those people will definitely go away. So one of the big things that's happening is cleaning house. Something's going to change that will definitely help her have enough room for other things that she does want to be there. Especially because of the other two cards that came up. We have Heart and the right hand, Empathy. So this tells me that Jessi is going to be able to work with people that understand her better. One of the big things that's happening is that she's going to be able to work with people that she can relate to, people that will touch her heart, and she in return will do the same. So people that understand her from another level, people that will definitely feel for her, or people that will definitely acknowledge how she feels in a way that she feels very comfortable. So I do feel there's a sense of working with people that will fulfill a sense of home and belonging for Jessi. She's going to work on a project that will make her feel fulfilled. Something that hits very close to home, or something that definitely comes from her heart, something very personal to her. One of the big things that could be happening is the support to make that project happen, or that project is important like that. And with Beauty, I do feel that a lot of people will either be able to relate to that project if that's something that she's doing. It could be like, if it's like a song or something, people will be able to relate to it, and people will be very content with that release. Or the other thing that I was thinking is like, the people that she's working with will be very happy with the project that she's doing, and it's going to be very fun to work with these people because they support what she's doing. And then we have the Angel of Dreams. So right now that you see it through the camera, it feels very warm. You can see the contrast of that orangey yellow with the blue, so it's really standing out. I really like how it looks. But all I'm saying is that with the Angel of Dreams, whatever it is that Jessi is dreaming for and wishing upon, that whale is a symbol that is slowly lurking and coming into her life. And it seems like it's going to come in the direction of her career. So this is actually very good, because I think it's something she wants. I don't know if she's conscious of it or not, but she will definitely be very content with it. I see how the light is going from one hand to the other, so I don't know how aware Jessi is of this, but I think without even knowing, I don't know, she is working with light. So I am getting a sense of the judgment in reverse that we saw in her current energy is this, if that makes sense. Like, this is the thing that she was meant to do. This is the thing that her soul and her heart wanted to do. I don't know if it's going to be a project or it's an environment in her career, or I don't know what turn her career is going to take that she's going to be very content with it. It is going to be something that will bring her a lot of joy and happiness because that's something she's always dreamed of. And I know it's in her career because we're in that section of her reading, but I am not necessarily getting details of any sort as to like how it will look or how it will sound or anything like that. It's more like this is the feeling of it. This is the purpose that it's serving. Oh, my hand got there. Okay, so what's going on with Jessi's career? These are the the cards that you see right here are cards that I really, really like. This deck, and this deck, I really, really like them. But I do know that the imagery of it can make some people think like, what is this woman doing? What witchcraft is she doing? And it's just like, I guess I kind of like my Gothic art. I don't know. Will it be considered Gothic? I don't know. I'm just thinking of Gothic churches and how I really like that when I was learning about that in art history. But I digress. Let's continue. This is about Jessi. So here we have number 22, Orenda, honor your mystical creative force. So I do feel that Jessi really praises and honors the side of herself, that spontaneous inspiration that comes through. I don't know if Jessi will connect it to this, but I do feel that sometimes when ideas come out of nowhere, it is a form of the purest form of ourselves speaking up, if that makes sense. It's not attached to any limitations. It's not attached to any sort of past baggage. It's not expectant of the future. It is the purest form of ourselves. And I feel that Jessi gets that a lot. And she doesn't repress it, nor does she ignore it. So what I'm saying is, like, let's say she gets inspiration to write lyrics out of nowhere. She writes it down and she works with it. She doesn't do what some other people might do, that is like, oh, that's a good idea, and then kind of just do nothing with it. Like, they don't even try to bring it down to the physical world. It just kind of stays up there in the limbo. So I do feel that with this Orenda and this red to me, not to me, but red is the color of the root chakra, which talks about grounding and bringing things into the material world. So I do feel that Jessi's very, very good at that, and that is very beneficial to her work, because that is going to help her succeed, because the universe is going to be like, look, we can definitely bring out that message to people, so let's continue using this vessel to make that happen. We have number 26, protection, set personal boundaries. I am not too sure how this necessarily applies to Jessi, because I feel she already does this in her career, I think, or in any part of her life. I'm pretty sure Jessi's very good at setting those boundaries and be like, I'm not going to work with these people, or never mind. Even though what I'm saying is true, I feel that the personal boundary is coming actually not from the people perspective. It's coming more from herself and situation perspective, if that makes sense. So one of the things that people don't realize is another form of setting personal boundaries is with setting ourselves limitations to our work. So let's say there's people that work a lot. They need to set boundaries and allow themselves to have free time and focus on themselves, which is something that I realized was the representation of the Queen of Cups in her current energy. So also the other thing is that when you set personal boundaries, it could also be in situations. So let's say that Jessi is prone to overwork herself in fear of not succeeding or something. Let's put it like that. So life may be like, oh, you have to set a personal boundary in the sense of don't allow yourself to put yourself down, and don't allow yourself to overwork yourself just because of that fear and the limiting belief or something like that. So it's all those things of setting personal boundaries within herself. Because I think she's very good at setting personal boundaries with other people and external energies, but maybe not so much with herself. So maybe she may be too harsh on herself, or sometimes she may be too overcritical of the work that she does and stuff like that. I'm saying that because we're in her career, so it's probably her work. She may see herself reflected in her work very, very closely, and because of that, she may be very hard on herself and making sure that she's always doing the best work possible at all times. So what's going on with Jessi's career? We have Justice and the Five of Pentacles again. So remember the energy I was reading about right here in her current energy? It came up right here in her career. So it seems like a lot of the things that we saw in her current energy were in relation to her career. We'll see when we get to her love life, and we'll see when we get to her healing messages what's going on over there. But we got Justice and the Five of Pentacles again. So she may feel like she is on her own sometimes in her work. Maybe since Jessi's working from a very personal and spiritual side, even if she's aware of it or not, she may sometimes feel like she's on her own, like people don't really understand how she works, or people don't really understand where she's coming from or where she's going. And with this Justice card, I do feel that she will eventually find those people, because here, I'll move it, because this is that type of energy. Like, she'll eventually find a group of people that will understand how she works, because they either do very similar things or they just get it, because they're on the same wavelength as her. Here we have the Moon again and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So the unknown thing that we saw in her current energy is in relation to her work and her career. So I'm going to leave the Moon right here because that whale and the Moon kind of talk about something very similar. It's something coming out of the unknown, having to walk unfamiliar path to get to that goal or to make that dream come true. Or it's something that will that it's kind of out of her control to happen. So the Moon and the whale talk about something coming from the depths, from out of nowhere, but it's like the energy that you can definitely feel it before it comes. This Queen of Pentacles reverse, usually to me, talks about self-care. The Queen of Pentacles is very good at giving help to other people, is an energy of someone that is able to give material help, financial help, beauty, and all of that. But when it's reversed, to me, it symbolizes self-care. Put in all the energy that the Queen of Pentacles usually gives to others, but turn it to oneself. So I do feel that with this Queen of Pentacles reverse, is just telling Jessi that to not overwork herself. You know, that the Queen of Cups energy that we saw here in her current energy is coming up again, basically. Take care of yourself, make sure you don't overwork yourself, rest, eat well, spoil yourself, stuff like that. And the last card that we have is the Ace of Cups. So eventually there will be a new chapter in Jessi's career that will bring her a lot of creativity, that will bring her a lot of happiness and fulfillment, and she will be emotionally fulfilled for sure. This is a cup that promises a lot of good fortune, a lot of abundance, and a lot of satisfaction, because it's healing the heart and is keeping that part of herself content. So it's something that she really, really wants, that it's going to be in her favor, happening in her career. So let's just go on to her love life. So let's see. I don't even know where to start. Here. So Jessi's love life. The first card that we have is Panacea, I think. My Spanish brain came out. There is a solution for every problem. Okay. The other card that we have is Opulence. It's time to lead. Okay. One more card. I just got 3 words and I have no clue what they mean. Effervescence? I don't know. Cultivate love. Which is a very good card since we're talking about her love life. Oh, I thought my editor monkey was going to make fun of me. Oh no, she's going to search it. Oh, she's going to search it up. Here, editor monkey, you can have the card if you want to learn how to spell it. I just want to know what the energies are in Jessi's reading. Okay, Jessi's love life, what's going on? We have Vulture. Oh, we have Firefly and Hummingbird. Air, air, air. With an elephant on the bottom. Obstacles. I'll bring the elephant, actually. So, according to Matter Monkey, the word itself means bubbles in a liquid fizz. So be bubbly. If you describe someone as effervescent, I don't know how you say the word, you mean that they are lively, entertaining, enthusiastic, and exciting. Lively, excited, dynamic, enthusiastic, and more stuff like that. So, we like that energy. Can I get my card back? Thanks. I'll tie the cards all together when we get there, but for now, let me take more cards out to understand what's going on. So, let me organize these cards. So I know how far the cards can be before they're out of frame. Okay. So for Jessi's love life, it definitely feels like she may feel that people are not coming her way, or she may feel like she's not finding the right person. But with It's Time to Lead, it sounds exactly what it sounds like. It sounds exactly how it sounds like. I think it's very clear that it's kind of just showing that if Jessi feels like things are not moving forward, because as you can see, the I think it's a rope and vines both together, like wrapping the feet of this person, and it's like not letting them fly, and it's not letting them walk and move forward. So a sense of being trapped. I do feel that Jessi may want someone to court her, or may want someone to come her way, but I do feel that the solution to her problem, if she feels like she can take the first step, is actually for her to take the first step. So I don't really know how Jessi is as a romantic partner, but it kind of feels that life is just telling her to continue being happy, bubbly, as I have learned. This is what this word means. So like that, she can slowly, if she works on herself and is happy and all of that, it will make it easier for it to show on her person and on her body. So she will be happier, she will laugh more, and that will be more welcoming for other people to come through. And I think that's kind of what it means by her taking the lead. She can be direct and upfront, as we have 3 cards of communication. I'll talk about that when we get there. But it also feels that life is just telling her, just live your own life, be very happy, and believe us. The person you're looking for is going to approach you and court you and be there. I do feel that this is specifically like romantic related. But let's talk about the Vulture. So this is air element, as we have the triangle with the line on top. This Vulture to me means cultivating or taking the opportunity. An opportunist for sure. So I do feel that life is kind of telling Jessi that whoever her partner is going to be, that she may deem worthy of her energy and her time and her everything, is going to be someone that will come out of nowhere. It's going to be someone that will be like, this is a person I want and this is the right opportunity. Boom. So I do feel there might not be much planned, in the sense of you're going to be in this place and this person's going to be in this place, and then you're going to meet because you're going to be doing this and that. No, this is definitely more like when the energies are ready and they're in close proximity, it's just going to go just connects. The next card that we have is a Firefly, and again another air element, so communication, ideas, thoughts, all of that works. With the Firefly, I always think of a little glow. So A glow is kind of like a light that appears out of nowhere. When things seem dark, when things seem to not be working, or when there's a loss of hope, there's a light that kind of glows and guides someone. So to me, this firefly represents someone that will come out of nowhere and it's going to shine very brightly, and it's going to be like, hey, look at me, I'm an option. So the energy that I feel for a potential partner in Jessi, for Jessi's love life, is someone that will come out of nowhere and will shine very, very bright, very filled with confidence, as we have the yellow, filled with passion and motivation, as we see with the orange, and there's a little bit of green bluish. So it's someone is very genuine and sincere and very pure. Like, that's who they are. And that's how that person tends to be, because fireflies, one of the ways that they how do you call it, that they try to attract mates, is by shining very bright, I believe. And I just wanted to mention that while I was recording, my phone just gave me a random message being like, one of your apps is not working. But it kept recording. I think it's still recording. If not, I would be kind of sad. But I wanted to mention that because it feels like a message of sorts. That I've recorded like a zillion videos by now, and that hasn't really happened. Usually if I get a message, it's telling me your phone is getting too hot, or it literally stopped working because there's no space or whatever. But I've never gotten like another app, it's not working, but don't worry, things are still going. Because I think that's the message. I think that the message here is that when something may not be working for Jessi, is because life is like, you see this thing that's not working for you? Trash. Put it away. And then brings in like this new thing for her, and it's better. It's something, it may not be in the same line of what they got rid of. So what I mean by that is, like, if they got rid of something in her career, then something good could come in love. I mean it that way. I don't mean it necessarily like, oh, there's someone that she was going to date, but that person's bad news, put them away, and then another person comes in. I don't necessarily mean it that way. I just mean that life is just making room for her anywhere, and then something good comes anywhere as well. Why am I saying that? Oh, so I'm saying that because you know how I mentioned that I just got a message of like, one of your apps is not working, but everything still continue working very smoothly. So I feel that's kind of how it works. Things may not be working perfectly for Jessi when this person comes in. Things may be a little bit rocky, a little bit bumpy, but she's not gonna hit like a super low. It's just going to be like a little dip of things not working, and then boom, finds this person shining very bright, very loud. I want to say that it might be someone that is very flamboyant of sorts. Let's see the other cards to see the personality of this person. So remember when I said flamboyant? I think I mean it. We have hummingbird. So I was gonna say 3 birds, and then I realized that a firefly is not a bird. So we have a hummingbird. Again, we have the air element, and we have all the colors of the rainbow. So all the colors of the rainbow symbolize the 7 main chakras of our body, which tells me that this person is in full alignment of themselves. And because of that, this person has the ability to just go anywhere in life. They can go up, they can go down, forward, backwards, because hummingbirds can fly in any direction, unlike other birds. So I'm saying that because I do feel that this person is someone that is filled with light and positivity, so much that maybe Jessi will have to put her sunglasses on and be like, what is this person even about? So I do feel that this is someone that is very genuine, but it can come off a little bit too strong. So I do feel that Jessi may have a period of kind of being a bit cautious and like, I don't know about this person. But you know, this person's not bad news, believe me. They may just come off a little bit too strongly because we have the elephant. The elephant is a fire sign. This is, as you can see, you have the elephant with the flame on their trunk, and there's a third eye right here. So this tells me that the person coming forward is someone that is very intuitive. They know exactly what they want because they just feel it in their heart. This is someone that's very, very passionate, and it made me think of the light a flame song from 17, which I don't really remember what it is about. I just know I really like it. But this tells me that this is someone, as you can see the trunk of the elephant kind of broken off on the right over here. I do feel that this is someone that is very intelligent, very smart, and has had their share of battles. This person has proudly carries the experiences, good or bad, on them. So I'm not saying that this person will have scars, maybe, but I'm saying that this person will definitely be very proud of the difficulties they have gone through because they were able to overcome those difficulties. So this is definitely someone that takes pride in the journey that they have gone through in life. This is someone that is not afraid of saying, you know, things were difficult. But this person is very optimistic. So I do feel that this will be the only way Jessi will be able to like tolerate someone like this when she's in a good spot, because this person seems to be super, super optimistic. Someone that takes when they feel it's the right time, they just go for it. This is someone that tramples over any obstacle, stuff like that. So this person, very, very strong energy, very forward, very on your face type of energy. I don't think this necessarily will be a threat as much as it will just be like whoa, what's going on? So what's going on with Jessi's love life? Wait. We have the Angel of Flame. This person could be hot-headed. And by this I mean they could get mad easily. And they can be very passionate and motivated. So I wouldn't be surprised if this person is a fire sign, or has very strong fire elements in their chart. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type of energy. Very strong fire, very impulsive. But based on the other, I mean, flamboyant, that goes with Leo. The impulsiveness and opportunist part, kind of like Aries. I haven't seen anything about travel, so maybe not Sagittarius. Well, whatever. Let's move on. This is someone that likes to work a lot. And it's someone that likes to have a lot of projects going on at the same time. This person likes to stay busy, not because they're a hardworking, earthy energy, but it's more of they have so much energy they have to put it somewhere. So they like to do a lot of things at once. Then we have right leg endurance. Yeah, this is someone that has a lot of stamina and a lot of energy and a lot of stamina. A lot of stamina. Oh, look, and then we have the left eye. A lot of stamina. We have the left eye knowledge. So with this, I really like this card because when we talk about knowledge, it's like, you know, knowledge is power, yada, yada, yada. But the thing that I wanted to talk about is when it comes from the heart. This is someone that we have the pearl right here and the heart. So you know how. So let me just say the first part and then I'll go with the second. So the first part is like the pearl kind of represents the heart, and it makes me think that this person would just give their heart to Jessi. It's gonna be someone that is gonna come, you know, is going to come with a lot of purity, a lot of sincerity, and very, very genuine. It's gonna be like, you know, woman, you just stole my heart away and I want to be with this person. It really feels like it's something like that. And I also wanted to mention how clamps make pearls. So it seems like the way that it works is that clamps collect like the little debris or like the little trash in water, and they just kind of like consume it, and they just get all of that trash and put it together very, very tightly until they make a little pearl. And that's why when you crack them open, there's a pearl inside. It's trash put together, and it comes very, very pretty. And I wanted to mention that because the other cards that came up in the reading kind of show that this person, as I mentioned earlier, takes very great pride in the difficulties that they've gone through. So this is a person that values the knowledge that they have gotten from the challenges that they have gone through life, the obstacles they've overcome. So I do feel that this will be one of the treasures that this person will give to Jessi. You know, the knowledge, the experience, the vulnerability that went through making those dreams come true or going through those paths. So I do feel that that's where the pearl comes in. Is not only giving the heart of love, but it's also giving the heart of who they are. Just, again, very genuine, very pure, very nice energy. But there is more. There is more. So, if I'm correct, there was a thing that my sister sent me, and I think it said that Jessi wanted to have children. So in this love section, I will ask if Jessi will have children, and based on the cards that we get, we will see when as well. So that's your task. I say to my deck. Will Jessi have children? Yes or no? 3 cards. Yes or no? The card just fell on the ground. Okay, so the answer is yes. We have 2 upright and 1 reversed. Oh, that's very cute. And there's another card that also came up, so I'll leave that on the side as to when. So we have the Hangman reverse. So when will children? Oh my god. So when will Jessi have children? The Hangman is usually Pisces energy, so she will have children around Pisces season. So she will definitely have a Pisces baby. What is that? Late February, early March. That could be when she has the baby, or that could be when she hears about pregnancies. But the answer is yes, she will definitely have children. Seems like she may have to let go of something for that to happen, but it will be a mutual give and take, so something that really makes her happy. She will give everything to her children, and her children will in return give her everything as well. So I do feel that this is a mutual beneficial relationship. I do feel that it will make her very happy to have those children. I do feel that there's also this sense of letting go of old beliefs or traditions that she may have grown up with this 8 of Cups, because Cups again talk about emotions. So I do feel that maybe something that she believed in, she will have to let go of that. This 3 of Wands reverse kind of shows the energy of someone that is expanding and external help coming through. But with it being reversed, I do feel that this is an in-house matter. That's how the words came up. So I'm not too sure what that will mean, besides this is definitely something that she will take care with her partner, I think. I think that's what it means by in-house matter. I'm not too sure how that works, but I'll leave that there. So the answer is yes, she will definitely have children, and it could be a Pisces baby, potentially. Or during Pisces season, could be when she figures out she's pregnant. Like, that could be significant. But with the Hangman reverse, I do feel that she will have to have an open mind on how her children are going to be. So I don't know how her children will be, but they will definitely be filled with surprises. Well, I guess if the energy I saw of a potential partner is ends up being the parent of her kids, then that kid will have a lot of energy. It's going to be very honest and very direct. So I can see why Jessi may have to have an open mind. And anyway, let me just take out more cards just to see. Any final words for Jessi's love life? Final words. Say your last words. We have the Knight of Swords. So things are definitely going to start moving very quickly, because the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in tarot. In this deck, it doesn't really show it moving that much, but it's definitely the quickest. It's an air element, so it's going very quickly. It is communication, It could be a little bit reckless, so her love life may be a little bit messy in the sense of it's so spontaneous and so on the spur of the moment that I think it's going to kind of hit her like a train, like a truck, like a wreck, whatever. It's just gonna come all in one go. So Jessi's love life, last messages. So the last card is the wheel. It's going to happen when it has to happen. The wheel is Jupiter energy, so this is expansion, growth, foreign, Jupiter itself. The wheel doesn't really talk about that. I guess it could, but not necessarily. Because the wheel talks about good fortune, good luck, abundance, when things start rolling, when things get moving again. So I think it's one of those things that maybe her love life is on pause right now, but when it gets moving, it's going to be very quickly, out of nowhere, and very loud. And I think she will enjoy it. I think she will definitely be very happy and content with it, but I do feel that her love life may be on pause right now. So Jessi can continue working on herself and doing her own thing while she just waits for this to happen whenever it has to happen. When we have the wheel, it's kind of like destiny, like it's going to happen whenever it has to. So it's not really in. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Patience is definitely required for this to happen, but it definitely feels like the wheel is kind of talking about it's destiny, it's fated, it's going to happen when it has to happen in divine timing. You know, divine timing is like one of the words that I hate the most. Is like it's out of your control, so like just wait for it to happen. And I always go, okay, I'll wait. But in the inside I'm like, what do you mean divine timing? So yeah, I'm not that patient either. But let's go on to Jessi's healing messages and see what's up. Let's see the conclusion. Let's wrap it up and see what are definitely the last messages for Jessi. So, healing messages for Jessi. The first one, dog spirit reversed. Be loyal to what you love. So when the dog spirit is reversed, it talks about knowing the true loyalty of this dog. So what I mean by that is that there, to have hope and faith that there is loyal people out there, that the universe is in her favor. Like, this is the advice that just like Jessi is very loyal to her work, to the people that she works with, and to herself. Life is telling her and reminding her that that loyalty will be reciprocated. I said that word wrong. I know I said that word wrong. But what I mean is that she will definitely get that in return. It's not one-sided. She will definitely get that. She will definitely get loyalty, support, and unconditional love from her co-workers, her fans, her career, of course, her love life, and all of that. We have the flamingo spirit upright, embrace the in-between. So with the in-between, I do feel is the sense of control and not. Life is definitely encouraging Jessi to embrace what it is that she can work on and definitely do those things, but also understand that there are things outside of her control that she can definitely let go of and trust that they will happen. So loyalty is like life is telling her, like, we're loyal to your cause, we're loyal to what you do, trust that we will do our part, you just continue doing your own thing. And I do feel that Jessi's already doing the right thing of just doing what she wants to do. You can technically never go wrong in doing what you love to do, as long as you're not hurting yourself or other people. Anything goes. Wait. The other card that came out was the porcupine spirit, time for beginner mind. So I think with this card, it's kind of just saying, encouraging Jessi to just focus more on starting new things, new projects, and I just felt be like a baby. I don't know why. I guess have like a blank canvas of sorts. Maybe porcupines make me think like when they get scared or something, their spikes kind of come up. Is that what porcupines are? Or am I thinking? No, armadillos are the ones that have like the shield almost. So I think I got it right. Porcupines, spikes, spiky boys. So my inner monkey just went like, yes, 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 you're right. By the way, I say editor monkey, but I mean my sister. I'm just saying in case someone out there was like, who is the editor monkey? I don't have an actual monkey. I I'm pretty sure my editor monkey was like, but I can do a good impression of one. Anyway, let's continue. So I did feel with the whole like be like a baby thing that I just got in my head was the whole thing of like, life is definitely encouraging Jessi to do what she wants, connect to her inner child. So whatever she wants to do, just go for it. Whatever she's passionate about, whatever she has fun in, definitely encouraging her to do that. But with the time for a beginner mind, as I mentioned, seems to be like have a blank canvas, have no expectations, but have faith. When I mean by no expectations is like, don't expect things to go exactly how you want them to go, but have faith. When you have faith that things are gonna go well or that they're going to work, you leave enough room to do what you need to do, and also enough room for the universe and fate and spirit guides and whatever you believe in to do their part as well. So whatever is out of her control will eventually turn in her favor, because she's not sabotaging her own path, if that makes sense. Like, there's times that out of fear, we as people don't do certain things because we're afraid things are not gonna go our way, or we're so laser focused that it has to be a certain path that we don't allow ourselves to have the detour that will take us to that same place faster, or take us through different experiences, but definitely end up in the situation we wanted. So that's what I mean by time for a beginner mind. See, more messages. This one's kind of coming out. So we have the buffalo spirit again with the abundant universe will provide. So this seems to be in relation to Jessi's career, because she did get the buffalo. Yeah, she got the buffalo in her career. That was the first card that popped out. And then we have purple again. So the third eye, for sure. The sense of just trusting in the universe, just understanding that she will always be provided for. She doesn't have to fight for resources. So I don't think Jessi has this mentality, but I do feel that life is just telling her, if you feel like there's a specific place or a specific time that something had to happen, life is like, don't worry, we will make one time and space specifically for you that fulfills all of your needs and that fulfills all of your concerns and all of your goals. So those dreams will definitely come true, and just be open in the way that they do. That seems to be like the main thing. Healing messages for Jessi. Let's see what more is coming out. We have the seahorse spirit, watch and wait. So we did get a lot of like, be patient, things are gonna work out. So I do feel that this is just a reminder. It's like last words, remind her to be patient, as she got that 7 of Pentacles twice, I believe. It was definitely in her current energy though. Jessi definitely got in her current energy to be patient and wait. I guess in a way the wheel that we saw in her love life will also be a sign of be patient and wait. I don't know what other cards she got, but I know that I constantly got that message of like, hold up, things are eventually going to get there. So the seahorse spirit is definitely telling her to just be patient, of course. But also it feels like if Jessi ever needs a sign of will things get better or something like that, it's kind of like, okay, just ask the universe and you'll get the synchronicity that you need. So those when people are like, oh, what a coincidence, those moments. But if Jessi's a little bit more familiar with the spiritual side, is synchronicities. So for example, if numbers are something that interests her, all of a sudden she'll see the same number. Or if all of a sudden she notices that she sees the same animal, that could be a sign as well, or stuff like that. If not, it could even be people that are all of a sudden telling her the same thing. Like, she goes to the store and is like, ba-da-da-da, and she's like, oh, okay, that's weird. And then she goes to work and somebody goes like, says the same thing. maybe different words but the same meaning, and she goes like, that's weird. And maybe she just goes back home and she turns on the TV and then the same thing but different words, and like it all cuts her attention. Those are synchronicities as well. It's like a message, right? So I do feel that if Jessi ever feels like she's losing hope that things are gonna get better, or it's kind of like, oh, what am I waiting forever for this thing to happen, she can ask for that and she'll definitely get the synchronicity that she needs for it to happen, you know, for her to believe in it again. So healing message, last card, we have the wolf spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. So I do feel that Jessi is very intuitive. I don't know how aware she is of it, but she definitely has the skill. So I do feel with this knowledge, turn knowledge into wisdom, she will definitely she already has this. So the wolf spirit, I also think of loyalty and family when I think of the wolf, but this card specifically is making me think of Jessi doesn't necessarily need to know to experience it or live it. So this almost seems like a message for me, actually. A message of like, Jessi doesn't need to know the spiritual terms that I'm using or know how this all works, because she's already working with it, if that makes sense. You know, it's not like she's not of those people that you kind of have to open their eyes in order for them to work with the universe and work with abundance and all of that. She kind of already does it. So that's why throughout her whole reading, I will always get like, if she's aware of it or not. So that tells me that even if she's not fully conscious of what she's doing, or is not fully conscious of how the universe is working with her to make her dreams come true, she is still working with them to make them come true. So by having faith and believing that things are going to work out, that is a form of manifesting her dreams. She doesn't have to be like, oh, spirit guides, please make this happen, I want this and this, that. She doesn't really have to do that. She just has to believe it's going to happen. Or she could just be like, oh, I just wish this to happen, I just wish for this other thing to happen. And that's a form of asking for help in the spiritual sense. Anyway, to wrap up Jessi's reading, let's take out some tea leaves and let's see what's the tea. The first card to come up was Broom. New home, new attitude. So this made me think of maybe Jessi could move from one place to another. This doesn't have to be home necessarily, but it's definitely going to be a place that she feels very comfortable in, that will feel like home. It made me think that maybe a new studio, maybe a new place for the company, or maybe a new place for her to work in. So something's going to change, I guess, or even if it's not about home, it could be, it made me think of New Year's and how one of the things that people have is like to sweep your house to get rid of the old energy or negative energy. That's one of the things that I thought about. So I do feel that this could also be a message of, I think I did mention this somewhere in her reading, I forgot where specifically, but I did mention somewhere that life will definitely get rid of the old and she's just making room for the new. I guess that will work with the Tower card that came up in her current energy. Let's see. What else? What else? We have Club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. I feel this is in relation to her career. I did mention in her career that life will definitely get rid of whoever is not good for her, and if Jessi is getting like bad vibes of someone, she can definitely get rid of those people, and life will do their part to make sure those people never come back. So I do feel Jessi has a very good sense of her boundaries with other people in situations, so life will definitely compensate her by making sure that her voice is heard. So what I mean by that is that if someone wants to do something, like work with her in such a way that she doesn't like it, or it's like, oh, you know, we can sing this song and do this thing, and she's like, oh, hell no, I ain't doing that. Life will be like, oh, we heard you, we'll make sure this person never comes back. We'll make sure this person never even bothers you again. Or we'll make sure this person never brings this back up. We have Camel. persevere and you will overcome problems. This makes me think of the elephant. I just thought the elephant in the room. That's not I don't know how that applies to her reading specifically, but with persevering you will overcome problems, I think that's very obvious what that means. But I'm trying to connect it to one of the sections in her reading and why that card could have come up. I don't know, but maybe life is just wants Jessi to know that if she perseveres, things will go well. Don't give up, things will get better. That kind of thing. Oh, where was it? Maybe her current energy? Maybe. Okay, any more messages for Jessi? Message. Oh, wow. The cards ain't falling. Oh, my hands were hurting from shuffling. So we have the last words. Let's just pretend I know how to say that word. My brain literally went blank and it's just like bouquet. My brain literally went like, huh? Okay, whatever. Compliments from an admirer. So Jessi's love life? Is this talking about her love life? Maybe? I'm telling you, my brain literally just went like, huh? What? I think this is a sign that we should wrap this up pretty soon. Which, I mean, we are. There's a couple cards and that's it. So then we have Apple. Temptations will test you. Oh, you see this? There's an apple right here. But then if you look closer, you can see the snake that is pretending to be a branch. There's snakes in the water. Okay, I'm joking. I mean, it's a metaphor, I guess. There are snakes in the water. Do you know that there's some snakes in the water that are kind of blind? They're not eels necessarily. They're actual snakes. They're blind. And sometimes, okay, why am I talking about this? I guess this is important to the temptation will test you. So I've been watching animal videos and I saw that there's some sea snakes that apparently male ones specifically, scientists noticed, I think I was reading an article, scientists noticed that sea snakes sometimes will get very close and friendly to people, and people were wondering why that was the case, because those sea snakes tend to not approach people, and they later figure out that it usually happened when they were during mating season, and since sea snakes can't see that well, they will sometimes confuse divers with potential mates. So the more you know. So I do think that it really applies with the card that she just got. So with this apple card, I do feel that life is like, there may be very good people, good looking people out there, or good opportunities to like hook up or something, but or maybe if this is not love related, this could also be career. Like there could be opportunities out there that seem very, very good. Just, stay sharp, stay smart, and if you don't feel good vibes, probably walk away. But the last card that we have is a journey, either physical or mental. So I knew I was not gonna like the last card. There's technically nothing wrong with it, but I'm just kind of like, okay, well, what about that? So I did mention in the beginning of Jessi's reading that she will definitely go through a transformation. So this is definitely just saying that she could move places. So that's the journey being physical, or mental could just be thinking differently, seeing things from a different point of view, that kind of thing. In the bottom of the deck we have lightning. Control your anger or you will be sorry, which I felt was the last thing that we talked about in her how do you call it, that we talked about in her current energy. You know how I mentioned that if she feels very overwhelmed with work, or she feels like people are not helping her the way that she wish she was being helped, then life is telling her, you know, take a break, focus on yourself, center yourself, so like that she doesn't like snap because things are not going her way. That's what I was talking about when I was focusing on the Five of Wands in her current energy. So this seems like a decent what do you call it? A decent place to close off Jessi's reading. Well, I will leave it there. I do have to say that it was actually very fun and entertaining to read for Jessi, especially when we reached her love life. I was like, yes, give me more. Everything else was very good too. I really like Jessi's energy. It's very chill, very cool, and it's kind of like whatever you have to say, just say it, and that is a very comfortable place for me as a reader to be in. There are times that I read for some people that I'm like, the energy is kind of heavy. I have to swim through it and get that information out there, and stuff like that. But you know, everyone's in different places of their life, so it sometimes it's I end up reading, I'm exhausted because of how much interpretation I had to do. And for other people, I'm like, cool, chill, it's all fun. And that's how I feel right now. Very chill, it feels good. But I am tired though. I am tired, so I will definitely go to sleep soon. What was I going to say? I was going to mention that so these are all in relation to Jessi's love life. She got the Hangman reversed, so I do feel that I took that as a timing card, and I mentioned that it could be Pisces season, but I'm also thinking that it could be a situation that she's in that will require her to be in the Hangman energy. So the Hangman is new perspectives, but since it was reversed, it could be like maybe when Jessi feels in a point in her life that she just can't seem to understand what's going on and doesn't really want to open her mind from where she's at, that's when maybe the news drops at her. The other thing that I was going to say is that for her partner, she got a card that said left leg knowledge. No, left leg endurance, I think it was. And I wanted to mention that in that card, it shows a person, I guess you could say, holding like the world on their back as they're carrying it. That's why it's endurance, like it's taking a lot of burden and baggage on them. So I wanted to mention that card and mention that her partner will be someone that is very responsible and is going to be someone that feels like they're invincible. It's going to be someone that really cares about the people that they care about and will provide for them very well. And since it's the left leg, I thought it could be potentially a soccer player or someone that really enjoys sports, specifically soccer, because it made me think of a story of soccer for some reason. So yeah, those were things I wanted to mention before I forget, in case my editor monkey forgets to also add them. I told her, if I forget, put a subtitle for it so like that people know, because they came to me after I was done. And before I say goodbye, I would like to have a horse with a party hat dance to Jessi's song, and then I'll say goodbye. I feel so weird doing this. Anyway, I will leave that there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you find this fun or entertaining. If not, I hope you were able to learn from it. If anything, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I feel that even though I'm reading for a specific person, sometimes the messages could resonate to whoever's watching the video. You know, you're in the right time of the right space. But enough of that. I will leave that there. I'll see you on the next one, whatever that is, however that is, and love and healing from my part to you. Once again, thank you so much for watching and supporting my videos, and yeah, I think that's it. Bye! I'm a different type of beast. But it's okay.